Hey guys, welcome. This is Brad Krantz. Thanks for joining me on my Friday segment here. Some exciting stuff. Today I've got a special guest. He's not only a good friend, but a business partner of mine and the co-founder of 3LE, Adam Reeker. So I'm happy to have him here with us today, just to kind of share some of his wisdom, some of his background. So Adam, why don't you join us here and we'll be ready to go. Looking forward. There he is.
Hey, how's it going, Brad?
Going great, man. Thanks so much for joining me here today. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for
I'm excited to be here. Anytime I get opportunity to hang out with Brad Krantz, I'm there. So
Cool.
I thank you so much for the invite.
You got it, man. Got it. So hey, just a quick. I know you got a busy schedule today. We got a lot of stuff going here, but tell us a little bit, something about Adam that not everybody knows.
Absolutely. So to start with, my wife Ashley and I, we've been together and married for going on 8 years. Been together for, I believe, 13 or 14 years. It's been a while, but we live here in Omaha, Nebraska. Some people consider it a flyover state. Mm-hmm. But as we came to find out, you can build a pretty successful business online in Omaha. So that's cool stuff. So we started something called the 3LE team here several years ago. And I think some people will probably notice and understand who we are when they see this based on that. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you something that people don't know about me at all is before I was a contractor, before I was an entrepreneur online, I was a chef, an actual chef. Mm-hmm. And one of my passions today is cooking awesome gourmet dishes. And I just got done doing a little bit of cooking here today too. So
awesome,
some background that I'll probably get ready to eat here in just a little bit. Actually challenges me sometimes. She says, if there's anything in the fridge that you can make me, and sometimes there's not, but I'll just pull some ingredients out, mm-hmm. try to make something beautiful to serve her. So I love cooking.
That's great. I kind of do that too. I just kind of turned into a chef because I like to eat. I like good food. Got a little bit more of a restricted diet now too, but yeah, I love to do it. So actually Joni's doing dinner for us tonight. So that's cool. I seasoned the veggies up, but we're great. So let's jump into it. Tell me a little bit about what's your big why? What drives Adam Reeker? What motivates you?
Okay. Well, great question, Brad. I believe people's whys tend to evolve over time. And so there's a lot of different reasons that I'm so passionate and I pursue the things that I do, and we work very hard. And some of those things have been short-term goals that we wanted to take a vacation, or we wanted to buy a car, or we wanted to be able to afford to pay our bills. Okay. Might get into that, might not, but my overall why is actually in this envelope right here. I actually grabbed this because I kind of had a feeling you were going to ask me what my why was. And it's always this right here in this envelope. Guys, I grew up from the time I was about 5 years old until I was getting ready to go to college, and I was a very competitive wrestler and had a lot of success in that thing, and was on all the different national teams in this nature and wanted to go wrestle D1. When I was a senior in high school, I was diagnosed with stage 3 anaplastic large cell lymphoma, which is a cancer of the immune system. And so that kind of was all taken away. And the other thing that happens when you get cancer at a young age, and they chemo you pretty severely, because when you're young, your body can withstand higher doses of chemo. Yeah. Double-edged sword, because high doses of chemo when you're young and you can handle it, a lot of times can kick the crap out of cancer and you survive. Just celebrated 15 years cancer-free here a week. Pumped about. But going through that chemo and those cancer treatments also made me sterile, so that my wife and I, we cannot have children the natural way. We pay storage on them every year because we've been blessed with excellent doctors who were smart enough to preserve. When you're 18 years old and you have cancer, you're not worried about children or anything like that nature.
No, typically not. No.
But I had very smart doctors that said, hey, we might want to preserve so that someday when you meet the right person, you can start a family. So we've been paying storage on these things every single year on my babies, and we're getting ready to cash that in this year. My wife is my family. Yeah. It's my wife and my future children. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's all kind of coming full circle now. We actually have a dog coming home. We've got a little golden retriever puppy that we met a week ago that's coming home. And so our little puppy will be on our webinars very soon. And then hopefully within the next year or 18 months, our little babies, you guys can meet them too. So my why has always been my family.
Awesome, man. Thank you. And yeah, we've got that in common, guys. I'm a stage 4 prostate cancer, I guess, maintainer. I guess one of the things that really does, Adam, at least for me, at an older age, but even younger, you appreciate life more because you realize how short life can be and stuff can come up that you don't see, just like this whole COVID-19 thing. Nobody really saw it coming, and then just wham, your life changes, and man, you don't know. Every day's a blessing. So,
People always talk about, just live your life day by day. I don't think very many people on this ball of mud live their life day by day, but I guarantee you learned how to do it, and so did I.
Yeah.
And every day is a gift. That's why it's called the present, right?
Yep.
So as cheesy as that sounds, it's true.
Amen. So tell us one thing, or I guess, what do you wish you'd known when you started out? I mean, I think, at 59 going on almost 60, you can look back and, there's a whole bunch of stuff I wouldn't have done, but I wish I would have done differently. But what do you wish you would have known when you started out, maybe say 15 years ago?
If I could, I have two.
Okay.
One of them is in regard to the word no. See, when I thought I was really kicking butt, it was because I would market my business and nobody would ever tell me no. Little did I know that everybody that was telling me yes was not even serious business partners and really wasn't people that I wanted to work with. When I got serious about it, I learned that the word no was one of my best friends, because I started to conduct business and contact people and explore different avenues with people that were sharper than me, that I was intimidated by. And a lot of times in the beginning, they told me no. But what happened when somebody told me no was they were off my list. And so I was on to the next person and the next conversation. Okay. Yep. And I think so many times people will never really get their business started because they won't even talk to anybody about it or market, because they're looking for the word yes. When if you're just willing to go take the no's, now you have your answer. When you're talking to somebody about what you do, you're looking to find out if they are a yes or they are a no. If you don't ever start that conversation, you won't get either one. But when you get the word no, now all of a sudden, boom, you just move forward. Boom, you just move forward. Now you're growing faster. Now you're growing faster because you know who's not going to be a yes. Yeah. We're all looking for the yes. Okay, fine. But if you don't go through the no's, you'll never find the yeses and you'll never really get started. So I wish I would have understood the value of the word no and that it actually helped me speed up. Okay? That's one thing.
Awesome.
The second thing I really wish, if I could go back and talk to young Adam, just kind of put my arm around him and like, hey, dummy, people are watching you. Because you feel like sometimes when you're starting a new business, you're all alone. People are, now you may feel alone. It's not true. That's a lie. People are watching you. And
especially in the digital world here, right?
Oh, yeah. It's so wild. And I didn't know that people were watching me until I had already achieved success. And if I would have known that people were watching me early on, probably would have had a lot of success a lot sooner. But here's where it happened for me. My wife, Ashley, and I, we lived in a 500 square foot studio apartment for about 10 years. Now we're both college dropouts. And, everything that we learned from mentors and entrepreneurs in the industry that we built today. But we lived in a 500 square foot Cracker Jack apartment. And what happened was I was getting ready to move out. We had just built a home that we're living in. And like my living room was bigger than where we lived for 10 years. Okay. Just coming out of the gym one day, and I had a neighbor that lived next to us, like literally next door in our apartment, that said, hey, Adam, congratulations. I heard you guys built your first house. And I'm like, no idea why she would know that information. I assumed she had talked to Ashley, and I don't know. But I didn't really know her. She said, she stopped me. She's like, one of those, like, to grab, she's like, I just got to tell you something. You inspire me. I saw you guys transform your lives over the last 10 years. I remember when you guys moved in, you had these dumpy cars that they didn't run, and you'd come home late at night, and I don't know what you did for jobs. We worked in restaurants is what we did, because that's all we were qualified for. But everybody knew you were home because your cars were so loud. And then, over time, I just always watched you guys, and all of a sudden, like, you started wearing nicer clothes, and it seemed like you were starting to take some trips and some vacations. And then you started having these really nice cars that didn't make sense why they were outside this apartment. And then I saw Ashley, she had these beautiful rocks, these diamonds on her hands when you guys got married. And then, I just kind of found out that you guys you're building your first home. So you're going from a 500 square foot apartment to a custom built first home. I just want to let you know, I watched you guys transform your lives, and you inspire me. You did it the right way. And this lady was late 40s or 50s, and she was telling me a story about how she had just picked up a paper route. She's like, you guys did it the right way. You delayed and you got things in order and you kept going. And she's telling me she picked up a paper route. And I'm like, if I would have known you were watching from day one and I would have extended the invitation that, hey, I got something that can help you. Maybe, just maybe her life, maybe at 50, she wasn't looking for a paper route. Maybe if I had talked to her, 7, 8, 9 years earlier, her life would look a whole bunch different and I could have taken her with me. Yeah. So I understood. I wish I would have known the value of no, and I wish I would have understood that people were watching me from day one.
Yeah. I heard, Adam, that's an awesome testimony. And I watched your video from yesterday where you were back at that, in front of that 500 square foot apartment. I mean, amazing. I mean, we had not identical stories. We'll get into it sometime, but just, knowing where you came from and where you're at, and to be so appreciative of it, but to have that strong of a goal that held you there till you're really ready to break out. I mean, how many people would have done that? I don't know. So thanks for sharing that story. Hey, last question here. Tell us what excites you right now. What are you excited about in life?
Well, tell you what, and I think you watched the video that I posted yesterday where I talked about the BHAG.
Yep.
Okay? BHAG stands for Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. The ones that intimidate you a little bit, the ones that you can't do on your own. So what always excites me is the next big, hairy, audacious goal that Ashley and I set for our team and then as individuals. Yeah. And that goal is, we should probably dream bigger because we're really close to there. I'm a contractor during the day. Mm-hmm. Ashley is in software development. And like I said, we were mentored by successful people in this industry while we were building this the whole time. We're successful outside of this industry, but we want to put our entire selves into this industry. And so we're getting ready to come home full time this year so we can hang out with our dog and our babies that will be coming. I'm speaking that right now. Mm-hmm. And it's a big, hairy, audacious goal because you are talking to a college dropout. So was my wife. But it didn't stop her from becoming a 6-figure-a-year woman in corporate America. Yeah. It didn't stop me from having my own successful business traditionally. BHAG, Big, Hairy, Audacious, is the world's like, well, why in the world would you walk away from your construction company? Why would she walk away from a 6-figure career income? Why? Because they don't know anything about what we do within 3LE. They don't know anything about how awesome Brad and Joni Cramps are or anything that happens within the 3LE team globally. They don't know any of that. And the fact of the matter is, what we learned in this industry smoked my construction income, smokes her corporate America income. And we're getting ready to come home, and that's really going to mess some people up. That's our BHAG goal this year.
That's awesome.
Other one, man, this COVID-19 thing, everybody's been watching it. It's impacted so many people, and our hearts go out to them. It's changing the way business is done.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And I'm very excited to see how we can go bless other people who maybe in the past did not have eyes to see or ears to hear the things that you and I do within this industry and 3LE team, because now being forced to look at it. And there are so many people that if they just understand what we offer and the way we do things, this COVID-19 thing, we can bless so many folks with showing them, hey, there's a better way. Yeah. I don't have to go out and be in these jobs where I'm in a million strangers' houses every day. Ashley doesn't have to go out there and have client meetings all over the country and fly to this place and the other place. We can build our team the way we're doing it right now. And so I'm very excited to see what happens here because I know that we're going to have an opportunity to bless more people.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing, one of my big things, I know it's yours. I'm so glad we're part of your vision. So thank you guys for having that vision when you maybe didn't know if and when it was going to come to fruition, but to really be able to bless people economically, to empower people economically is huge. That's huge on my heart. And I think sometimes people don't see it as, they have these economic needs. You're like, why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I'm talking to you? Here's something so you don't have to go through that ever again. So you don't have to deal with this no paycheck stuff.
Exactly. That's everything. So there's so many exciting things going on. I know that your business and what you and Joni are doing is just growing immensely. I mean, it's every time I'm talking to you, we're working with somebody overseas somewhere and blessing them with what you know how to do, and it's just so amazing to watch. So yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It's a true blessing to be able to do business with you.
Yeah, pleasure, guys. Thanks Thank you so much, Adam, for being on and sharing today. Appreciate it, guys. Adam Reeker, again, good friend, a business partner, and founder of 3LE Global. So we're so happy to have you on, Adam. Thanks again for sharing with us today.
Absolutely. Well, you guys all have an awesome, blessed day, and hopefully we'll talk to you very soon, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye.